Hey folks, and welcome back to another plugin review. I'm Marty, and today I want to demonstrate to you the DynOne plugin from Leapwing Audio. And as you can see, this is basically a multiband compressor, but it has a very cool feature because of this one here. You can use it in parallel compression mode, which is really great. I'm going to show you later how it actually sounds and what it is doing. So let's go quickly through the features of it, what you can do with it on the different bands and so forth. So let's start here with the input gain stage. With this slider here, you can say how much is going into the plugin, and this is also the slider how much of compression is going then on the different bands. So you can reduce or increase the overall compression with that. Then you got here the different bands: low frequency, low mid frequency, mids, high mids, and the high frequencies. And you got a slider for each band, of course, and also a level meter, so how much volume is on the single band. And of course, you see here the gain reduction, so the compression rate. All right, of course, you can unlink them, so you can use it on their own, each different band, or you can link them all together. All right, then you got here the output meter with a slider, so you can set the output gain stage. Then the different depths down here, we got a global setting here where you can engage and disengage the parallel compression. Then you got a channel link, so you can use it in kind of like a dual mono setup or in stereo. Then you got the detection of the compression circuit. So you can use it in RMS or in peak and everything in between. So you get a mixture of that. That can be quite nice actually. And then you get also a weighting of the compression with single band and all the bands, and also everything in between. So you can play around with that and get a little bit of a different compression. Then you got also different tabs for all the different bands. Of course, if you link them, all the threshold ratio tag and release, when you set it on 1, for example, it also is set to all the other ones. Or if you unlink them, you can set them individually, of course. Right? For example, like that. And then you got also finally a settings tab here where you have the crossover filters. You can use it in low latency and ultra quality. This setting here takes quite a bit of a beating on the CPU, and band auto gain can switch it to off and on. So let's leave it here just in low latency and leave the auto gain on. So let's recall the default again, and just gonna play a little bit around so you can see and hear what it's actually doing. So let's use it now in the not parallel compression mode. So we're gonna use it in a classical multiband compression. Gonna play the song now, and of course you can hear nothing because all the sliders are down. So let's bring it up. As you can see here, we have some compression on the different bands going on. So for now, let's unlink them. And the cool thing about a multiband compressor is you can also listen, of course, to the different bands in solo. You just bring all the other bands down. So you can just listen to the low frequency now. Got quite a bit of compression. So let's maybe use a little bit less of compression here. I'm gonna dial in just some settings that I'd probably use on a multiband compressor. So if you want to tighten up the bass, you can use a little bit more of compression or a little bit less, depending on the source, of course. Let's see what the low mid frequency is doing. So you can really overdo it, of course. Maybe something like that, a little bit less. Right, let's bring also the bass and the other ones in.
Take me down to the river by the
And for example, on the high and the high mid frequencies, I use a little bit of faster attacks to really catch the transients a little quicker. Very fast release. So, without. And with. Of course, you can also set the input a little bit higher so you get more compression overall. So we don't have too much level going out. So it already feels that the bottom end is a little bit tighter now. Maybe let's also play around here with the global setting. Go to stereo. Here is stereo. Let's go detection mode to peak. So it really acts or reacts to the transients. Or average. Okay. So of course, I played around with that beforehand a little bit, so I got a setting here that I was quite happy with. So this is now with the parallel compression off, set it to stereo to peak mode, and on the different bands, I used a setting that I would probably use on this particular track. So the more you go to the high frequencies, the attack and release becomes quite a bit faster. And I also compressed quite a bit the low frequency here and also the high frequencies, and I boosted it also a little bit here with the slider, +1 dB and +1 dB. So you can also, of course, work kind of like a little bit of a EQ there. So you can increase the low frequencies, take down, for example, a little bit the lower mids, if there's a little bit muddiness in there. So you can, it's actually both ways, a little bit of a EQ and a compressor actually. So let's just play the song and see how that works out. Of course, first without.
Take me down in my necklaces and gown, wanna play along tonight. Take me down, give me glamour by the pound, it be going round tonight. Down at the palace, got to be actress.
So quite a little bit more air in there and a little bit tighter on the bottom end. Actually feels quite nice. Again without.
Talking syllables and nouns, never wrong and never right.
And I did now also basically the same in parallel mode. So let's go to that. Parallel mode is now activated. And I use here now the multi-mono setting, a little bit more on the RMS side of the detection circuit. And here quite the same settings actually, but I use overall a little bit more compression. You're gonna see it quite soon. So let's play the song again. So as you can see, we have a little bit more of compression.
Take me down,
without.
Give me glamour by the pound, it be going round tonight. Down at the palace, got to be
so it feels quite fuller. Let's go back to the standard multiband setting.
Royal clowns, talking syllables and nouns, never wrong and never right.
And to the parallel.
Down at the palace, 2 cents are priceless.
Sounds a little bit more forward to my ears. And of course you can get it away with more compression, as this is a combination of the dry signals of the original and the compressed, and it gets mixed together. All right. Of course, this plugin also comes with some of the presets, so you can use it, for example, also on different instruments like bass, drums. Here is some mastering presets, and here we have also some mix bus. So let's try a little bit of that, so you just can hear what it's actually doing. I'm gonna browse through them. A little bit more bass in here. You can see the mids are reduced quite a bit. Quickly to one of the mastering settings.
Down at the palace, 2 cents are priceless. People be tripping on their fists, they be sipping, but we got our own thing going down. Cause there's no denying that tonight will be sublime as long as you're around. Oh, those nights.
Alright guys, so that's basically it. I hope I could give you a little bit of an idea about this plugin. It's actually a really great and nice plugin with lots of different features. Of course, you have to really try it out for yourself if this is something for you. I already used it in a mastering session, and it works really, really great, especially in the parallel compression mode. That's basically what I mostly use this plugin for. So what you get is a little bit more of a fuller sound, so typical multi-band compression actually, but as it is in parallel, you can bring out, for example, a little bit more excitement in the highs, and you also can change a little bit the tonality of it, as it is also acting as a EQ. Okay, so I have the link in the description below to the Leapwing audio website, so you can try the plugin out, download it, install it, and see if it's something for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more videos like that in the future. And as always, happy mixing and recording, and see you in the next video.